One way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood.
Hey guys, my name is Madi and you are welcome to Madi Speaks. I can't believe that even in 2025, we are still going around and saying some of these kind of things to an entire race of people. What exactly did white people do this time around? What?
Enough of this whole life. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Fuck every white man, woman, and child alive on this planet. All of you motherfuckers need to die. All of you do. We need to go for a global, recessive genetic purge by any means necessary. Every last one of you white man, woman, and child on this planet need to die.
Every last one of you white man, woman, and child needs to DIE? Why? What do you think they should DIE, Mr. Rastafari? Why? Now, even if you were able to convince me that somehow every single white person alive today is a horrible racist, an evil beast, and a complete triple K member, how do you intend to convince me that little white children are also evil and deserve to be deleted all because they are white? How on earth can you even convince yourself to believe that? What exactly is wrong with these people? These have really turned into something else. This is another kind of hatred that I have never witnessed in my entire life before. I never knew it was possible for you to wish death and extermination on very little children. I mean, babies. You definitely need to have your head checked for you to be this kind of deranged. For your own good, sir. For your own good, for the good of your family and your friends around you. You need to have your head seriously checked, okay? So that you will not start hurting them or hurt yourself because you are seriously disturbed in the head. You need to see a doctor, or else you might harm yourself or even harm those around you, because the words you just uttered deeply proves that you are messed up in the head. It is either that or you have a deep-seated, blinding hatred for white people. Now, this is where I have a problem with this type of black people, and this is why I call them out every chance I get, because I have discovered that they hate white people simply because they are white. Not necessarily because white people did something bad to them, but just because they hate their white skin. When you say all white babies should be exterminated, babies who do not have the ability to talk, to form coherent words, who cannot differentiate between black and white, who have done absolutely nothing to offend you, yet you despise them. You despise them so much to the extent that you are calling for their demise. I'm talking about children, babies, toddlers. Really? That only shows that your hatred of them comes from their skin color and not because of something they did, and that is textbook definition of racism. But I am the bad person here, okay? I am the sellout, the black cracker, because I'm saying to my fellow black people, this is wrong. We shouldn't do this. This is not the way. This is inhumane. This is not right. This shouldn't be said to people of any race. Somehow that makes me the bad person. Well, let's listen to another one.
One way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood. You see? So this is why I sit back and I don't play along with any of these black people talking about it's a spiritual war and this, that, because when those cops are going into our neighborhoods and shooting our babies, that's a physical thing. You see, y'all so worried about the spiritual world, and all, but you're not worrying about the world that's right in your face. When we're getting thrown in prison, that's a physical thing, right? Address the physical. You see, this is why I say don't hit my phone until y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do. When y'all ready to go outside and hunt them white boys, hunt them cops, go to that white boy's neighborhood and shut up. When y'all ready to do what y'all know we got to do, hit me. But until then, I'm not playing around with y'all, because it's all of these excuses for why we don't want to do it. Why? Many of us are scared. You know what I mean? Many of us are complacent in our oppression. You know, many of us don't want to burn the relationships we have with white people, all of these things. So I'm going to sit back and do my thing. When y'all ready to go outside and take blood, hit me anytime. But you see, a lot of us are not ready to do that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, there is no freedom. There is no liberation for our people until there's blood on that floor, on that battlefield. And that's the truth we don't want to admit.
Now, one thing you have to understand is that this is not a threat. This is a manifesto, a very serious but yet publicized manifesto. Now, show me a video anywhere where you have a white person making this type of statements, creating strategic plans on how they will attack black boys, delete black people to claim their so-called liberation. In this current day and age, show me where this is happening and white people are the perpetrators. Show me. I'll wait. You will never find it anywhere. It is only people like us whom I come across every day on the internet calling for mass extermination of a particular race. At the end of the day, we claim to be oppressed. We are not oppressed in today's day and age. If we are given leave to spew this kind of racist ideologies, then there is no way we are oppressed. In fact, we are the oppressor. We get to whine and nag about how horrible the society have been to us, but we never complain of how we ourselves have destroyed the society. We rant about how the police has put so many of us in jail, but we never condemn the criminal activities that made the police to arrest us in the first place. We never talk about the horrible fact that we commit a greater percentage of the crimes in the country despite being only 13% of the population. Neither do we complain about the fact that the greatest threat to our life is another black individual. This man says he is looking for black liberation, and I'm asking, what exactly is that? What kind of liberation do black people currently lack in today's society? Liberation from what exactly? I sincerely do not know. So tell me, if you mean you want to be or live in a place where you have only black people and black people alone, if you mean you want to live in a country that is being ruled and governed entirely by black folks, then that is not a big deal. It is very much available. It is called Africa. You have Ghana, you have Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Botswana, Mozambique, Cameroon, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Congo, Togo, you name it, so many other countries that are in Africa. These are the motherland. Come back home, okay? Come back to where you will feel liberated and heard and treated like a queen or a king. A place where the government serves you breakfast in bed, gives you monthly allowance just for being an African god or an African goddess. In Africa, the police won't arrest you when you break the law. Yeah, they will sing Wakanda songs for you when you call for the extermination of another tribe. Yeah, they will hail you. When you demand for reparations, they will oblige. All you have to do is come home. Come back to the motherland. These guys are openly calling for war. And the people who should be warning them against the treacherous path they are walking on are instead cheering them on, calling them heroes and pro-blacks and black activists, and inadvertently encouraging others to follow suit. They are looking for something they cannot be able to handle, something they might not be able to handle. As my father always say, they are biting more than they can chew. Yes, I for one am aware that no white person will say half the things that these guys are saying without everybody from every race calling for their punishment, coming for them, okay? No white people can ever try that. No white person can ever try that. But somehow, black people are allowed to run crazy on the internet with their racism to the extent of calling for the deletion of white babies and white men and women, claiming that it is the only way that they can obtain their liberation. These idiots are role models to other crazy individuals, so we never know which one of their fans or followers would take their advice and then go on a liberation spree, seeking for blood, white blood. We saw what happened with the Carmelo Anthony situation. No one can say for sure what motivated Carmelo to bring a knife to a high school track meet, or what made him deliberately sit on an opposing place, or what motivated him to commit the act that he committed on that fateful day. Black people should start speaking up against this kind of threats and racism. This is just wrong on every level. I do not know how many times I need to say this. This is wrong. You can never convince me that it is justified to call for the blood of an entire race of people. Nothing can justify that. It is wrong. None of us black people would enjoy the outcome of these kinds of public declarations. We need to seriously stand against it. We need to criticize it in every way possible. And we need to dissociate with these kinds of human beings who are calling for this kind of mayhem. Evil is evil, no matter who is perpetrating it. And you have to stand up against it and say what needs to be said. Anyway, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.